Now, the Independent National Electoral Commission says more than 1 million Nigerians have completed their physical registration in the ongoing nationwide continuous voter registration exercise. The physical registration, which began on the 26th of July 2021, provides Nigerians who initiate the registration process online and those who prefer to register in person the opportunity to complete the process in the Commission's state and local government area offices nationwide. According to a statement by Festus Okoye, INEC's National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee, the number of fresh online pre-registration registrants is 3,165,189. Now, he added that young people between the ages of 18 and 34 constitute the highest number of those who have completed registration. Now, for more on how this process is panning out and possible implication for the forthcoming electoral season, we are now being joined by Victor Ani-Laju, the convener, the Help Campaign. I want to say a very, very big welcome to you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so we'll pick up from where we stopped with the last guest, where we spoke about voter apathy. And he made a very, very salient point that people should not wait till election day to just show up and vote.
Yeah.
How do we get the numbers into these political parties to cause the real change?
Okay, so first of all, we are going to look at the current situation. The current situation as of today, it's that a lot of our young people are not turning up for voters registration.
And why?
One of the reasons is because of what is happening in the nation as we speak. Fear, doubt, they don't trust governments, they don't trust politicians. People don't even have faith in government anymore. So they just feel that going to register, it's almost a waste of time, right? So going forward, the focus now is how do we change from the situation we find ourselves where people don't trust government and allow the government to make the people to trust them, right? And in doing that, we must create awareness. We must go out there, talk to the people. INEC have started registration over 12 weeks now. We only have just 1 million persons who have completed and 3 million persons who have actually registered on their online platform. Online platform that we have over 70 million young people use the online platform every day. So why would people permit me to say, vote for Big Brother and do all of that and cannot spend time for voters registration? It still brings us back to the issue we're talking about. They don't trust the government. So what we need to do now is to talk to them. And as much as we're talking to them, the people in government need to change the way they are leading us in this country. If not for any other thing, for us, their children. Because the truth about it is, whether we like it or not, whether we don't want to offend anybody, we don't want to say the way it is that the young people in this country have given up on government. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
And when people are not interested, it's already a sign that they don't have hope in the government. But what we are saying is that young Nigerians, for us to change this narrative, we have to start doing things right. Right? We have to even teach these so-called leaders how to govern a nation. First, we have to come out in mass and go register for our voters' cards. Online, we have to go online to do it. We can go offline. We can visit any of the INEC offices and register. But we, the younger generation, we have to start doing things right, and which is part of why we're here today.
All right. Well, we want to know some key strategies as to how to get these numbers up and how to get the apathetic youth to start registering to vote before the deadline. But I also want to speak about technology, the role technology might possibly play in incentivizing the youth and even helping with these numbers. Is this something that is being done? I know that registration is online now, but I know that there's also a physical component. So can you speak to us about that?
Okay, so somebody that I came from the tech background.
Nice.
So, but it surprises me to understand that INEC has not done more in terms of promoting the online platform they have. I have done my registration. I did the online registration and it was okay. It was superb. I went to the office, did the physical part of it. It's okay. But promoting it, it's not there. That's one. Then number two, promoting it offline. It's not the ball. My likes and some other young Nigerians, we are now determined from October, first week, we are starting up a campaign to get young people like ourselves. Because we've discovered that if this country breaks down today, it will affect us more. The people in the place of power today, they have lived their life. If they die today, they feel fulfilled. But we still have so much to offer and so much to do. So we are setting up a campaign, voters campaign, organization organized by young Nigerians. We'll be going to churches, we'll be going to mosques, we'll be going to schools, we'll be going from place to place, getting people to register for their voters card. Because we need it. The politicians, they don't need it. They are even happy with the way everything is turning out. Because if we come out in mass and register by 2023, they cannot rig the election. But if we don't, they will rig it and give us any number that they like. So, but we are saying right now, we are deploying the social media platform, we are deploying the offline platform. Now, we're talking about social media. Social media is good, but we still live in a country where Nigerians, when I mean Nigerians, Nigerians staying in Nigeria that have access to the social media platform are not that much. So we still need to come out, leave the social media platform, visit people in their homes, in their offices, in their mosques, in the church, marketplace, to talk to them and to get them to register. I have gone to INEC office, I've spoken to them about the outdoor campaign. And INEC in Lagos, when I spoke to them, they told me that they are willing and that is part of their plan. So I guess from October, you start seeing us going out, talking to ourselves. Because right now, we need to talk to ourselves.
All right, Victor, permit me to draw you back to an initial statement you made about it's unfortunate that we have to always talk about this, always make reference to the Big Brother show and the numbers they actually pull.
Yeah.
But the question is, are we not missing the point that rather than learning their strategy, we are deriding them? Because the question is this: clearly Nigerians like to vote, but we are not voting when it comes to pertinent issues. What can we learn from these people? Or how can we make it attractive that the average Nigerian there sees it as a duty, almost like second nature, to go out there and exercise their civic duty?
Oh, okay, so part of what you are saying, it's a reflection of what happened in 2019. Where in Lagos, where young people came out to vote, and some hoodlums came, went away with their vote, destroyed it, burnt it. Even some elders up there sent some persons to go threaten some young people, right? If you want to compare with what we see, permit me to use the word, the Big Brother Africa that is on currently now. When you vote, somehow you have a sense of majority wins the vote. Right? So majority of the people who are voting are seeing that, okay, this person that we are supporting is actually winning.
No, but I'm coming from the angle
the
of
strategy of getting them to vote.
Yes, I'm coming from exactly.
Of even getting them to vote in the first place. Because they're not going to argue about the results of a vote if they don't vote in the first place.
We are in this country when the Senate start talking about results, sending result out through the electronic platform. And they said no. Reasons because they know that if they go to that platform. Now, the truth about it is that what we are facing in this country is between the young and the old. The old want the system to remain the same so that they can keep benefiting from the system. Because the system, as we speak right now, does not benefit with the young generation. For it to benefit with the young generation, we have to change the system. And they are not willing to change it, right? But what we can do is to see how we can be part of their own old system, get into it, and see how we can use their old system, win them in the election, and come back and change the entire system.
Can I just jump in there and maybe answer on piggyback on what you were talking about?
Yes.
Our guest earlier was talking about the youth, and it's not that we don't participate in elections. It's we don't see ourselves in the electoral process, in that there's no leadership positions. You know, it's easier to get engaged in something if you see someone like you that's doing it. It's like, oh, okay. And I think that's why television shows like the ones that we mentioned earlier, that's why they have such an appeal to the youth, because they see themselves being reflected, and then they feel like they have some kind of hold. So my question to you is, how is it that those who are in leadership positions and understand this are going to get more young people inside of these leadership positions, so that these young people do feel like, hey, look, this is someone that I know and I see, and then they want to vote for them like their favorite football team or their favorite contestant.
Okay, I can take myself for example, because I declared that I was going to run for the seat of the president come 2023. And one of the reasons why I have to do that is to motivate, mobilize, and inspire young Nigerians to be part of the electoral system, right? And I've sacrificed myself. I'm doing that. That's why I'm here. And come from the first week of October, we'll be going from street to street, market to market, offices to offices, talking to young Nigerians. I believe young Nigerians, you are listening to me, you are hearing my voice. We need ourselves to come out and register and vote. I am not going to say it will be easy. It's not easy either, because a lot of young Nigerians don't have food to eat, don't have transport to even go to the polling unit or to do their registration. But we are still talking with ourselves, see how we can mobilize some transport lines, get some people to go to the houses to pick them. We've spoken with INEC to see how we can even take this digital platform to their homes, right? So all of these things, we are putting it together. But it's a shame, I'm sorry to say, that our fathers are not making any attempts. You have not seen one of these older generation politicians who have come out to say, my children, this is the right way to go. Because they are not interested in a young generation. It's a shame.
All right.
It's pathetic. It's sad.
I still want to ask, because certainly people will be out there and saying, we have been hampering on one particular line of thoughts. Tact, line of approach. What is the help campaign doing differently to get to people? Because when we see the numbers, just 1 million, that is exceptionally poor. What are they doing differently to get better results? Or are they still applying the same old road of trying to employ people that you need to vote and not making it attractive to people? So what's the tact?
Okay, so the tact, first of all, we are reaching out to young people. It's young to young. I'm using myself for example. I've been talking to a lot of persons, both online, offline. We'll be visiting some persons, some people privately. But we want to start making it public. We'll create concerts. We'll create football match. We'll do those things that will attract young people to come out. We have events that will be going on television. A talent hunt show will be going on television, and we're using that to pass the message across to the young ones.
You think that will work?
Yeah, it has worked. It's working. At least I've been to about 10 cities in Nigeria from December to date, and the response are good. But if you approach them with political view, they are not interested. Let me say it the way it is. But when we come out with entertainment, they're interested. They come out.
You say Chelsea, for example.
Do you understand? So imagine having a football match going on, and you have people around to motivate them, to inspire them, to help them register for their voters card. We can do this. I trust my young people. As soon as we get things right, we will see them, they will come on board. I'm assuring you that 2023, it's going to the younger generation, and we are out to make sure it comes to pass. I'm giving the word by the grace of God, by the help of our young people, the young Nigerians. They are very strong. They are resilient. They are go-getter, and we can get this done. We've done a lot of projects, and this is not bigger than what we can achieve. It's just that it's a shame that our fathers are not coming out to do the right thing.
I want to say thank you very much, Victor, for your time.
Thank you
very much for speaking with us.
Thank you for having me. I enjoy your show. Thank you.